Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a one brand tutorial featuring Maybelline, one of my top favorite drugstore makeup brands. So if you're interested to see the look that I will be creating, then keep on watching. The first thing I'm going to be doing is priming my face with the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and I'm going to be using this on my face and on my eyelids as well to prime those. So this has become like one of my favorite primers. I just love the way it makes my skin feel, and I haven't had a single issue. My makeup always looks really good when I use it. So today I'm going to be starting with my eyes just because I'm using a new palette with some darker colors that I've never used before. So I figure I'm going to start with the eyes in case there's any fallout or anything. I don't ruin the rest of my makeup. So I'm just going to be applying a little bit of tape on the sides of my eyes to kind of create a crisp line and also collect any excess fallout. And the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using today is brand new to me. I have never used this before. This is the Rock Nudes, of course, by Maybelline. So I actually just opened this right before I started filming. So they do throw in a little brush here, but I'm not going to be using that. So here's the shades. It's actually mostly all cool shades, which I'm a little bit excited for, a little bit nervous. I'm pretty much a warm tone girl if you haven't noticed. So the first thing I want to do is set my lids. I think I'm going to use the lightest shade here. Alright, so the next color that I'm going to dip into, I'm just going to build up very slowly because these shades are all very dark. I'm going to go in with this shade here, just in the crease. So I couldn't really get much pigment out of that, so I'm going to go into this shade, which is still, it's the next darkest shade, but it's very dark. So I'm going to very slowly and with a light hand start putting this in and building it up. So I think with my finger, I'm going to take this lightest shade with a shimmer here and kind of use that to put on my lid. I didn't really find this very pigmented, so I think with my finger I should be able to get hopefully some more pigment on my actual lid. I'm getting more pigment, but it's still not great. So maybe what I'll do is I'll try this purple glittery shade, put it on a small flat brush and spray it with some of the Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist and see if I can get some more pigment on the lid. I think that helped a little bit, but I'm not really liking how chunky it is. Alright, so to be honest, this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade are all so similar that I feel like by putting them in my eye I won't see a difference. So I think I'm going to do the rest of my face and maybe try to add some of this brighter blue on my lower lash line to add a little bit of color. Not so sure I'm a huge fan of this palette. So the tape is off. We're going to go in with foundation, and we're going in with my favorite foundation, the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and this is 220. So I'm just going to be blotting this all over my face and blending it out with my brush. Okay, so that shade pretty much matched perfect. I was a little nervous because I just self-tanned and you never know, but I think we're good with that. I'm going to go in concealer now with, again, my favorite Maybelline Fit Me. I'm going to go in with the shade Fair, and I may add the shade Light just on some of my blemishes if I can't conceal them very well. Alright, so we are all concealed, and I'm going to set that all right away. So this is a powder I've never used before. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Set In Smooth Powder, normal to dry, and this is in the shade 220 Natural Beige, so it should match the foundation that I used. Oh, it comes with a little pad and mirror. I'm just going to go ahead and use my favorite brush to set this, and I'm going to use this for under my eyes and all over my face. For bronzer, it was kind of weird. They actually did not have a single Maybelline bronzer at the Walmart that I went to, so I just picked up another Fit Me, but this is in the shade Coconut, so it is a much darker shade. It's a little bit warm, but I feel like I could use this as a bronzer, so we will find out. I'm just going to start with a very light hand. It's a little bit dark on my forehead. I'm just going to take a clean powder brush and just soften it a little bit. So for blush, I'm pretty excited because, again, I have a brand new palette. It's newer to them and new to me. So this is their Master Blush Color and Highlight Kit. So This shade is really not for me, but I do like this shade, and this shade of course is sort of like my go-to, and I'm very interested in this highlight. I actually haven't even swatched any of these. I think I'm going to go in with blush first, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with the one that I am really liking. It's not super pigmented, but I think for a blush I prefer that because then I can't go too blush crazy, and I like the fact that it allows you to build your blush up. That's a really pretty color. Alright, so let's go right in with this highlight shade. Just gonna go in with my fan brush. I hope it's nice. It's very pink, and it almost has like an opally purple effect, like violet color to it as well. Okay, it's very subtle, but there is some pigment there. It doesn't look too chunky. It's actually pretty. I like that. I'm going to use a little bit down my nose and a little bit on my cupid's bow. Ooh, or a lot. So I'm actually going to put some of this in my inner corner as well. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows now. So I am going to be using another Maybelline product. This is the Maybelline Brow Precise, and this is in soft brown. It looks a little warm though. I am going to do this off camera just because it tends to take me a while, but I'll come right back and tell you my thoughts. Okay, I have to be honest with you guys, that might have been the worst eyebrow pencil I've ever used. So the color is okay. They don't even look good. I'm going to have to go back and probably use a different product, to be honest, to fix these up, because the product itself is a weird formula. I sharpened it like 3 times and it would just like flatten and like squish. It's like it was waxy and it's like it was melting, but I don't know how to describe it. I kind of tried my best to make it work, but I don't think I'll ever be using that again. I don't understand because my room temperature in here is the temperature of the rest of my house, and I've never had that issue with any other brow pencil. So moving along, let's go ahead and do our mascara and eyeliner, and then we'll finish up with the eyeshadow. So for mascara, I'm going to be going in with a mascara that used to be my everyday mascara. I do really like, this is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I really like the brush on it, and it does spread out my lashes really well. So we're going to go in with this. So mascara is done, so I'm probably going to apply some falsies at the end of this, but I want to go in with the eyeliner because I've never used this before. This is the Maybelline New York Master Precise Black Eyeliner. So it looks pretty sharp. I should be able to do a nice swing with this, so let's try it out. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see, but I'm going to try to film it anyways. That's not the liner's fault, that's me, but this isn't quite as pigmented as I like. I think I like my Body Shop one a little bit better. Okay, so the liner is done. It's not bad, I do like it, but it's just not quite as black as what I was hoping for, but I definitely will be using it still in the future. So I want to go in and finish up the eye look, so I think I'm going to try to go in with that brighter blue color here and see if I can brighten up the under eye, add a little bit of color. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed in this palette. The colors seem to all come off the same, so I can't really do a whole lot with it. I know there's this gold color here, but it seems really chunky and it looks about the same formula as this, which I wasn't a huge fan of. So I'm going to go ahead and try this one. It looks black. I think I'm going to go with this lighter shade and try to blend some of that out. I don't want it to be too bold, and it's looking a little dark right now, and it's coming across very, very dark, like almost black. Only if it hits a certain lighting you can see the blue hue to it, so I just want to soften it a bit if I can. And I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of that blue though, and just put a little bit on the top and outer V here, just to kind of at least make everything sort of match up. I think what I'm going to do is take the the highlight from the blush palette and take my finger and put that all over my lid as well. I'm just honestly a little disappointed. That shimmer I'm not really liking, but this highlight seems to be pretty good. So brighten up the eyes a bit, and I'm going to bring that under my lower lash line as well to meet up with that blue. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some lashes, and then we'll finish the look off with some lips. Alright, so lashes are on. I just kind of blow dried my hair. It's a little big. I haven't straightened it or anything yet, but it's time to finish the look off with some lips. So the lipsticks that I've actually been loving from Maybelline right now are from their new, I think it's the Pure Nude or In the Nude or something nude collection. My favorite one, I've been wearing it almost, I think I've worn it in my last 3 videos. is the Hot Sand. So it's the palest nude I believe that they have. So I want to give two other ones here that I have not actually tried a chance. I have Raw Chocolate and Toasted Truffle. So they're both much darker shades. I think I am going to go ahead and use the lighter one, which is the Raw Chocolate. So let's see how this looks. Oh my god, this actually smells like cocoa. Or maybe I'm crazy. This has like a chocolatey smell, I'm not even kidding. I actually really like that. It's not nearly as dark as I thought it would be based on the stick. And I think it looks nice. I think a nude look probably with a cooler eye would be a little bit more suitable, but I do want to give these a shot since I have not tried them out, and I actually do really like this color. I can see this being like an everyday easy grab and go color. That pretty much sums up the whole tutorial here. So basically what I can kind of conclude from at least this tutorial and these products, including the new ones that I've never tried before, as far as face products, so my foundation, concealer, the setting powders, the blush, I had no issues. I really liked everything. I mean, you guys may know that some of those are even my like favorite go-to products. When it came to the eyeshadow, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm never going to go for that palette again. I do want to give it a second shot, but I'm not a fan of colors. They all kind of swatched the exact same. They're all very dark. There's not very many transitional shades, and the shimmers were very chunky, and I mean, unless you're soaking the brush, it's the only way I could really get them to show up. And the lighter matte shades just weren't super pigmented, so when I tried to set my eyes, I mean, I set them, but as far as like the color payoff there wasn't anything. So, oh, and that eyebrow pencil, what? That, I don't know, I probably will never use it again. That's terrible. I'm gonna have to fix these up. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hopefully you liked the look. Let me know if you guys have used any of these products and what your thoughts were. Thanks again, as always, for watching, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in my next video.